Or get crazy with the old guy.
The whole world is crazy, man. Man, women today are crazy, man. My wife, y'all don't know my wife, cause my wife is crazy, man. You ever eat cheese doodles? Cheese doodles are crazy.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Talking Crazy 88, back again with another episode for you. Wanted to do a quick podcast before I headed out to work. This has been a wild week actually a wild couple of months for black women. See, just over this weekend, I just got a news report that Anthony Cumia from the Opie and Anthony Show has been fired from his $3 million a year job for allegedly making racist comments on his Twitter page. This all stems from this punk ass bitch. Was out in the middle of the night taking pictures of, as he claims, of the scenery, of objects, of landmarks of Times Square. And he happens to take a picture of this black woman who didn't take too kindly of being photographed. And he alleges he got assaulted by this woman sucker punching him and cussing him out. So he goes and turns and goes back to Twitter, posted up this woman's picture and calling her a cunt. Well, let me read to you what he tweeted out. Some of the things he tweeted out. This happened on July 2nd, just before the 4th of July weekend. One of his tweets states that savage, violent animal fucks prey on white people. Easy targets. This cunt has no clue how lucky she was. She belted me 10 times. I had a gun. Here's another tweet that he sent out. I'm fucking livid. If I was an illegal savage, I'd have shot her. The IR violence in her was so predictable. I hope she gets killed. Another tweet states that he wished a cop was around, although she said she'd tell them I sexually harassed her. Lying cunt. I hope she gets shot in her ass, fuck face. Ugh. See, this is what this punk ass, bitch ass, white trash nigga did. And let me just preface that. I listened to this show for a number of years when they were on WNEW, and they talk about white supremacy shit, because that's what these guys talk about all the time: white supremacy. The guy Anthony Cumia is a white supremacist. He's always talking about guns and talking about the hood and talking about what's going on World Star Nigger Network. World Star Hip Hop, because this is where his impression of black Americans come from. Okay, that this is those 3 tweets that I read to you guys. That's an indication of him implying that the black folks are savages, animals, because he talks about on his Twitter timeline that he got sucker punched by this woman, and a bunch of black men, black dudes, black folks came to her rescue, which I find it hard to believe that this did happen. I think he started some shit with this woman. He took a picture of her, and and an altercation ensued. I don't know if she swung on this nigga or not, this white trash motherfucker or not. But needless to say, people, when you got punk ass white supremacists like Anthony Cumia attacking black women, that means it's open season for black women. Okay? The day of the Mammie is over for you black women. And what was so surprising to me is that none of the black feminists, the feminazis, came to this woman's rescue. Didn't find out who this woman was and give her some sort of solace or comfort. Because she was under attack from this white trash motherfucker who had nothing better else to do with his time than to run around Times Square taking pictures. Now, I live in New York City, and I don't even take pictures. I rarely take pictures of certain landmarks unless I have friends back in different parts of the country or different parts of the world that want to see some of these landmarks from New York City. But I have no interest in taking pictures for myself. I live here. Fuck I need to take pictures of the landmarks for? What the fuck do I need to go out at 12 midnight taking pictures? So I think he was starting some shit with this one. And then over the weekend I saw a video of this California Highway Patrol. I'm going to put all the news links in the description box. Where this California Highway Patrol trooper out in Los Angeles was beating up this woman like she was a dude in the middle of on the side of the freeway. I don't know for what reason. I don't know what happened. But apparently this was reported that this was a great grandmother. And apparently this is probably a black woman. And this grown white trash hillbilly was beating this woman down like she was a dude. Okay? Like she was a fucking man. Where are all the black feminists? Going down to the CHP, the CHP station down there in Los Angeles and protesting this shit. See, a riot should have happened. A riot in Los Angeles should have happened because of this punk ass nigga, this punk ass white trash nigga. Yeah, I use the word nigger because that's the real savage right there. Beating up on a woman like that. I'm certain it wasn't a white woman. It was a black woman. Apparently, the California Highway Patrol is going to do a quote-unquote investigation on this incident. But it's unfortunately that a person who saw this shit filmed it, luckily for him, and posted it online. And it went viral. And the news outlets got a hold of this. See, black women, it's time for us to stop all this nonsense, this back and forth between black men and black women, all right? You got to stop calling yourself strong black women. See, I was listening to Tariq Nasheed, and he was talking about some of these stories about, and I'm going to get to that punk ass white trash officer who hemmed up that college professor, that sister who was a college professor out in Arizona State because she didn't have her ID on her. So that's another video where a police officer is manhandling a black woman. Where are the black feminists coming to her aid? See, my channel got shut down because I was talking about some punk ass bitch who got into an argument with a man on a bus about how he was going to call Child Protective Services on her for disciplining her child. So she decided to call some thug niggas to come to the next bus stop, drive up to the next bus stop, ordered them to shoot that nigga, and these dumbass motherfuckers proceeded to shoot up the bus. Now these dumbass niggas got 15 to 25 years in prison, while this bitch is gonna be out in 5 years sucking on another nigga's dick. She pled guilty, testified against these niggas, but she's gonna be out to see her child being raped for the next 5 years. Well, after 5 years, after her time is done, she gets to walk around and live her life, while these niggas are rotting in a jail cell somewhere. That's who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this sister who's a college professor who got slammed down to the ground by some white trash hillbilly police officer. See, it's open season on black women now. 20 years ago, you would never have seen this shit. This shit would have got shut down. This is what Tariq Nasheed has said on his show, on his podcast, on his Ustream show on Sunday, which I'm going to post the link to his Ustream show. I think everybody should be listening to his show, to that particular show. But I just wanted to put my thoughts out there that the day of the Mammie and the Bedwench is soon to be over. See, black women, when you're up here talking shit about you don't need a man, black man ain't shit, I'm a strong, independent black woman, I'm the mother and the father, give me my Father's Day shout out, getting your shout outs on Father's Day, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. Because these black feminazis are not gonna help you whenever you're in trouble. See, we're your only source of protection in order to survive white supremacist America for the next few years. In the next 2 years, when this punk ass faggot, big-eared punk ass faggot, Barack Obama gets out of office, we're going to be exposed, people. Tariq Nasheed, and I'm going to order that. I'm going to order his newest, the new Hidden Colors movie, Hidden Colors 3. Y'all need this information, man. Y'all need to pay for this information. And I'm going to do a podcast about niggas needing to pay for, brothers. Can't say niggers, because there is a difference between niggers and black folks. Black folks need to start supporting each other. Niggers, well, the only thing I can say to y'all is that y'all need to either lead. Well, you don't need to lead. You need to just follow or get the hell out of the way. Plain and simple. Well, listen. Let me get my ass on ready to get to work. This is Talking Crazy 88. Oh, before I go, I seriously believe that there's going to be more stories like this coming out in the next few months, maybe in the next year, over the next year. But what hasn't happened yet is usually there's some civil unrest when black folks have been attacked. That kind of tells you something when our community is led by women. Our black boys have been feminized, and our black women have been masculinized. You take a look at World Star Nigger Network. I have a problem. Feminists should have a problem with that. Black feminists should have a problem with that website when you have all this dysfunctional behavior going on that website. Crimes are being committed against another black man. Black women fighting in the streets like savages. Because this is where that punk ass, bitch ass white supremacist Anthony Cumia and other idiotic white supremacists, white guys, that's where they get their impression of black America. They're laughing at us. We're a joke. We're not taken seriously. The day of the mammy and the bedwench is over. Let's get it together, black folks. There's still time, but hey, listen, y'all got 2 years to get it together. Well, listen, I gotta run. This is Talking Crazy 88, and I am out of here, people. Oh yeah, one more thing before I go. Have you noticed that there was no penalty or riots for these white men other than Anthony Cumia losing his job? None of these police officers lost their job or terminated. See, 20 years ago, there was a penalty for doing something like this, or getting caught on camera doing some white supremacist shit like this, especially to black women. This didn't happen 20 years ago, people. But think about the climate that we're living in right now. Just think about it and ask yourself, man, how, have we become a cowardly race of people? A joke? No one takes us seriously? That should bother you, because it certainly bothers me. That's why I'm doing this podcast. Just think about it, people. Stop being fucking cowards and get up off your ass and do something. And stop with all this cowardly shit see, you're a coward when you attack each other. But you won't go out and attack that white man that shot out Oscar Grant. Murdered Oscar Grant, and he's still walking around with impunity. I just heard about the other day that they were going to file charges against it. They threw out the civil case against this punk ass, bitch ass nigga, white trash nigga. No riots. Nothing was done. We have become a cowardly race, people. A race of people. We attack our own. We attack each other. We have so much hate and visceral for each other. But we're too scared to go after the dominant society. Now even the gays and lesbians are fucking with us. Listen, I gotta run. I gotta run, people. Get up off your ass and do something. I'm out.